I decided to build a life of my own 12 years ago, when I was around 24 years old. It's funny to see that people find it odd that I just don't want to live in a society such as the one we have. My parents have never really backed me up on my decision, as they fail to understand what it's like not to fit into the mainstream society. Whether we're talking about sports, having good grades, fashion, behavior, whatever, there are these predetermined parameters on what is expected to be normal. But let me ask you, what is normal anyway? Is it normal to have a society dictating what people should buy, how they should get dressed, where they should live, which kind of food they should eat, how many children they should have? I'm sorry, but I just can't deal with this whole status quo thing. Besides, here are so many rules and regulations people have to live by and remember on a regular basis that it is just impossible to be who you really want to be, who you were born to be. The fashion industry dictates what people should wear in order to look good and fashionable. They also dictate what a woman should look like, what a man should look like. The media reinforces the idea of what should be desirable and what should be avoided by men and women. I mean, it's nonsense. The education system sets up a very narrow path of what educational success means. Kids are encouraged, from a very early age, not to ask questions, not to think freely, but to memorize facts and figures, because this is how they will get an A on their tests. Society tells people that, in order to be successful, they must have a nice job, a big house, an expensive and modern car, have children, and have a happy marriage. What if you don't want any of that? What if you don't care at all about looking fashionable, you don't feel like memorizing things, but instead, you want to be creative and imaginative? What if you don't wish to start your own family, or have a highly paid job at a multinational company? Well, let me tell you what happens: you are marginalized, ostracized, and targeted as abnormal. For me, this idea of normal is bullshit. It's just a way to control people and maintain the mainstream herd as it is, without questioning much, just doing what they are supposed to do, because deep inside people fear change and fear losing what they already have. So if you feel like me or think like me, if you feel like a square peg in a round hole, don't set aside nor bury those feelings of being different, because you won't be able to go on for too long pretending to be someone you are not, or trying not to feel something that you do feel. Normality is an illusion, and I can tell you from bitter experience that those feelings will never go away, they will surface sooner or later. After all, nobody has changed the world by being normal, right?